Colts were a win away from making the playoffs, and they couldn't beat the diddly Miami Dolphins last season. But hey, we digress from that. Week number 1, they open up on the road versus Houston Texans. They do beat the Houston Texans week number 1. Matt Ryan and the boys are looking good. They're clicking on all cylinders. Come week 2, they lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Traveling to Florida, it's a tough loss for them. Week number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs come into town. If you guys have never been to Lucas Oil Stadium, it is just a steady, loud noise all game long. For whatever reason, that dome echo sounds so freaking bad. It is terrible. I was up there for the Dallas Cowboys game, Colts game 3 years ago. It was just loud all game long. But that is not going to affect the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs have to win this game, giving the Colts a 1-2 start. Week 4, the Tennessee Titans come into town. These guys always split. The road team always seems to win. So give me the Titans. The Colts are looking at 1-3 to start the season, but don't sweat it, guys. Don't sweat it. Your schedule gets a little bit harder. This schedule is brutal for the Indianapolis Colts this season. Week number 5, they travel to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Russell Wilson and the boys, Jerry Jeudy, fresh off those assault charges that have been dropped. A healthy Cortland Sutherland, my bad. Give me the Broncos in this one. 1-4 start. Schedule gets a little bit easier with the Jacksonville Jaguars coming to town. You get your second win of the season, week number 6. Week number 7, you're back on the road taking the Tennessee Titans fresh off that week 6 bye week. We know what it is with a bye week. A bye week with the home game. The next day, give me the home team. Give me the Tennessee Titans in this one. Week number 8, the Commanders come into town. Carson Wentz battling his old team. He gets booed a lot in this game. He gets booed so bad he sprains both ankles and breaks a wrist. Colts win this game. Week number 9, Colts travel to Mac Jones, Foxborough Stadium to take on Bill Belichick and the Patriots. This is going to be a very intriguing game. Right now, they are sitting at 1, 2, 3 wins on the season. This is a very pivotal part of the season. Week number 9. This is a must-win game for the Indianapolis Colts. If they win this game, they're probably a playoff-bound team. If they lose this game, they're going to miss the playoffs again. They beat the Patriots. They go into Foxborough and they whoop that ass. Patriots lay an egg in this game. Week 10, travel to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Week 10 is a very pivotal point for the Raiders. Good or bad at this point. Whatever they do in first 8 weeks of the season, flip-flopping for the second week. Colts win this game. Go into Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium, whoop that ass. Week 11, Carson Wentz's former team, the Philadelphia Eagles, coming to town. Take on Matt Ryan and the Colts. At Lucas Oil Stadium. Give me the Colts. 4 wins in a row. That's a winning streak, baby. They won 5 of their last 6 at this point. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. But that's right, I said a great Pittsburgh Steelers team coming to town for Monday Night Football. Who is going to be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Only time will tell. Probably be Mitchell Trubisky. Let's just be flat honest about it. Probably their best choice over Mason Rudolph and Chase or Kenny Pickett. Give me the Steelers in this one. A big upset at home. Monday Night Football. That crowd is going to be rocking the cow. The crowd is going to be crazy, but unfortunately, it is not enough. Steelers win this game. Week 13, Colts travel to Dallas AT&T Stadium to take on the Cowboys. Like I said about that week, what was it? Scroll back up here. Week 9 game versus the Patriots. Week 13 game is another pivotal game. They've won 5 of their last 7 here for the Indianapolis Colts. They're clicking on all cylinders, but the Cowboys are just much too good for them. This could be a Super Bowl preview if the Colts make the playoffs. You heard it here first. But the Cowboys win this Week 13 matchup over the Indianapolis Colts. Zeke runs the ball like crazy, runs through that stingy Colts defense, and Cowboys are kind of flexing on the NFL. Here, Week 14 bye week, perfect bye week for them. Perfect time to get hot. 4 games left in the season to make a strong playoff push. And to start that playoff push, they traveled to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Guys, my man Chase Peterson over here at manhourradio.com wrote a great blog piece about the Minnesota Vikings offense. I have been sleeping on the Minnesota Vikings offense. I forgot how freaking good they are. They have 3 or 4 great Pro Bowl caliber players on that offensive side of the ball, not counting the plethora of offensive linemen that they have. Colts are coming off of a bye week, though. I do like teams off of a bye week. Frank Wright is historically 80% winning percentage off of a bye week. Matt Ryan is historically 75% winning percentage off of a bye week. However, the Vikings are kind of on a mission. Give me the Vikings in this game. Week 16. Speaking of Phillip Rivers, he used to be the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. He's retired. But he was also the quarterback for the San Diego Chargers, now Los Angeles Chargers, as they come into town to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Monday Night Football, the second Monday Night football game here in a month. That's crazy. Give me the Colts in this Week 16 matchup. The Colts are battling for their playoff lives right now. Week 18, we obviously have them beating the Houston Texans. The Week 17 game here versus the Giants. Right now, they are 8-8. 8-8, traveling to New York MetLife Stadium to take on the Giants. This is literally a playoff game for the Indianapolis Colts Week 17. They win this game, they are in the playoffs. They win the division. They lose this game, they're probably out of the playoffs and not winning the division. So with that being said, I do have the Giants winning this Week 17 matchup. Of course, we have the Colts beating the Texans Week 18, giving the Colts a 8-9 record on the season. But, Colts fans, don't get upset about that. That is enough to win the division. That is enough to get you into the playoffs. 8-9 wins the AFC South this season. The AFC South sucks. They're terrible. They get in an 8-9 record as a 4 seed. They do host a home playoff game. And hey, don't let them in, baby. You let a hungry team into the playoffs like the Indianapolis Colts getting at 8-9. Good things are going to happen.